What is going on YouTube? And welcome to another night of hot topics and social commentary. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We really appreciate all of your support and all of your views, every single one of them. We definitely do appreciate it. A couple things I want to get out of the way before we get started. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you subscribe. It's free to do. So go ahead and click that red button. It don't take nothing but less than a second to do for me. So if you can go ahead and do that for me, I'd much appreciate it. Also, be sure to give us a thumbs up on this video. We want to see 5 thumbs up for this video. Also, be sure to leave us a comment. Let us know how we're doing and give us some suggestions on what you'd like us to discuss in the future. Last but not least, make sure you press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And please share my videos and my channel with all of your friends, all your family, all of your social media platforms to get the word out about JoJo Speaks. The crew is back. Jennifer and Mike, what's going on, y'all?
Hello.
Hey.
Child, Jennifer don't look like
Jennifer set me up, okay?
Okay, didn't she? Child, she ain't right.
Headlights. I'm just noticing it was on you only, okay? I just knew the camera was on you.
Yo, so I was I was just moving so fast, and I was like, "Oh Lord, it's 4 seconds to go," and I kept on clicking the button, and it didn't click.
I'm putting chapstick on and everything, checking my lips in the camera.
Right. You're not supposed to do that. But anyways, first things first, I want to give a shout out to my home team, the Carolina Panthers. They've made history by hiring the first openly transgender cheerleader for their cheerleading squad. And she is a Black woman,
Beautiful.
Black transgender woman, beautiful Black transgender woman. So shout out to the Carolina Panthers for doing that. I was surprised that they will be the first team to do that in the Carolinas. That's really surprising to me. But yeah, shout out to the Carolina Panthers for having open minds. So thank you for representation in a male-led field. So first topic we're going to get into. Oh, Jennifer, go ahead.
We have opinions. Hey y'all, hey Regina.
You have an opinion, Mike?
I was just surprised that people were so upset. The people were so upset with having a transgender cheerleader, where it's like it's not like he hasn't been males being cheerleaders at all. But then a transgender lady, I wouldn't think it would be an issue. So I was just surprised,
especially with that being a male and a female situation. So
yeah, so I'm like, why are people making a big deal about it?
And she looks good. Have you seen her?
Don't she?
She is not clockable at all.
No, and she's bald too. Like, go ahead, girl.
She is bald. I was like, okay,
but she looks good,
right? And I shouldn't say what I'm about to say, but I'm just moving on.
Say what you're about to say.
No, because I'm just so sick of these so-called. I was just thinking about this stuff over yesterday. I saw a picture in this Kevin Samuel's room. I need to just delete the whole thing on Facebook.
Yeah.
But it was a picture of this a male and a female with a daughter and a son under one picture, and then they had an umbrella up, and then they had the rainbow, like it's rain stuff coming on down. Mm-hmm. But it was like the umbrella was blocking the color.
Right.
And people was like, yeah, that's just the most powerful picture I've seen. Don't let these demons, touch your family and stuff. And I said, I was trying not to be so shady, but I just said, even when it rains, you guys, don't mean you just don't get wet when you hold an umbrella up. You still get wet sometimes.
Still get wet.
So you still get wet, okay?
Your feet, legs. Oh, I'm sorry.
But I'm just like, people are so upset, and somebody made a great statement. You guys are only upset when boys are gay, but when females are gay, you don't say nothing about that at all. It kind of turns your own. So you don't mind people being gay. You don't mind men liking men. That's the real issue.
That's the problem.
Of course, that's the double standard that we've been dealing with for forever.
Yes, but I wish if we had if we had a. You know how they get the thing you go to security? What's the security thing that catches your metal stuff? What's it called?
Metal detector.
A metal detector.
Right.
If we had a metal detector that would catch you if you ever been in a same-sex
Ooh.
situation.
My
Mhm.
God.
I can't just humble a lot of straight men.
Guarantee.
Oh, okay. That metal detector will be going bing, 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 bing,
Bang,
bing.
bang,
All day
bang.
Okay.
long.
Like, hold on,
All
Child.
day
come at you,
long.
please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. You're not
Yeah.
clear to
Okay.
enter. Okay.
And
Child.
reach that status, please, then.
Oop, beep, boop. Mm.
Honey.
Mm.
But
But I had to get off my chest. Like these,
That's
I can humble a lot of people, but I ain't that damn shady. Because there's some people I can humble real quick,
Ooh.
okay, with the
quickly.
quickness.
With
Okay.
the quick. Well, shout out to the transgender cheerleader. We need more of this representation. I don't mean to take away from what she did. No, she.
Right.
Yes,
I'm just
Regina,
proud. I'm just proud she's a black transgender woman. That's
a
what I'm
black
proud of.
woman, and that's probably the baddest one on the team.
I bet you. I bet you
Okay.
choreograph everything too. But
Honey.
she said beep, beep, beep. Oh,
Beat all day long.
Okay. Them white girls ain't got nothing on her.
not
Right.
anything.
Come on, girls. Legs and hips
Hips.
and
Yeah.
body.
Body.
How can you
Hey.
serve legs and hips and bodies when you ain't got no curves? But we ain't gonna get
Okay, we
into
ain't gonna go
all
there.
of
Now, come
that.
on now. That's not their fault.
Yeah, it's really not. It's really not. But anyway, so the saga of Monique versus DL Hughley continues. It's not going away anytime soon. At least it doesn't seem like it. But DL Hughley's daughter wrote a very eloquently written letter to Monique, and Monique actually responded to that letter. She posted the letter and responded to it. With her, I love you, sister, and I'm more than happy to join you on your father's show, and let's discuss it. And that's what she wants to do. She wants to get on his show. Of course, she doesn't have her own, but she wants to get on his show so that they can,
Canceled.
right, so that they can discuss what has gone on. But DL Hughley sent a response and said,
Ooh.
that ain't happening.
This
Okay.
response blessed my whole spirit so eloquently. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jonathan.
Right. I was just going to ask y'all, what do y'all think about how DL Hughley is handling this situation? I think he's handling it perfectly.
Yeah, I'm about to put my mic up like I'm at work.
Yes.
or like
I'm
you, Janet. Like she plays
turn
with a
her
little
off
bit.
because baby.
Okay. Let's not get off topic.
Okay, but yeah, you know what? If you were a Monique fan before, I think right now you're either not or you're treading the fence of should I even support her right now? Because this is the most disgusting thing. It's worse because you're all about, hey, my babies, I love you. I do it with love. I stand on the shoulders of and it is so disgusting because it's like your mind fucking these people.
Right.
It's manipulation.
It is.
And it's disgust. That's what makes it more disgusting. And it's coming from somebody people who don't even see it.
Mm-hmm.
People who's falling for it, and I'm so upset with her. But how the Hughley is handling it is, I know he wants to go in, but it'll be very dangerous for a male, a black male, because she always fight this role of black male, don't support black women. So it's like he's probably fighting like tooth and nail. But what he is doing is very good, and how he's doing it is making her look even dumber.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Making her look even dumber. But I follow Monique right now just only because I want to keep up with what she's doing.
Yeah.
As far as this stupid
situation,
stuff. Yeah. She posted 3 videos now of the Hughley from years ago, trying to back up why she's saying what she's saying to her or saying to him, which makes no sense because it's from years ago. She said, and one of the videos was something about the L and his daughter was going through a sexual thing, and how Monique explained it. She put, this is why the L Hughley got mad, real mad in the last video.
Yep.
She put a man in the situation as like the daughter was touched by a grown man.
Grown man. Mm-hmm.
And she was saying this, how can, if I'm saying just like she did, if this brother didn't protect his own daughter, how do you think he's gonna protect black women? See my babies? This is why I'm fighting so much for you guys. Okay? This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. If I don't do it, who will? Who's gonna protect this young, black, beautiful, black, young, pretty lady? Oh my God! But if you listen to her, you're like, okay, well, yeah. So why would he even? And then the thing was, he said the video said he didn't want to tell who the guy was for the friendship. That's how she made it. So if you listen to her only, you would think, well, damn, DL was wrong. That's my damn daughter. DL side of the story was he's pissed off, really, because you brought up my daughter for one.
Right.
That's none of your damn business at all.
Mm-hmm.
It happened years ago. Why would you bring up her trauma? That's one thing. Why would you bring up another person's trauma to try to prove a point? They don't have nothing to do with what you mad about ticket sales and who's headlining a damn show.
Right.
Second of all, you put a man in a situation with my daughter when they're both people are 13 years old
at that time.
Right.
And that when he said that, I said, "Oh, Monique, you wrong as hell.
Wrong
As hell.
Exactly.
Wrong as hell. You went too far the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like
bringing in his wife.
You brought in my wife. Said my wife was giving fellatio to a download man. How like she's not a woman at all.
Right.
I mean, it's disgusting. Monique, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I really like you, Monique, and I really want you to win. And we stood beside your ass for 13 fucking years.
Ooh, tell the story.
13 years we stood beside you, supporting you. When all these people in the industry just out the blue just said Monique is horrible. And we had never heard anything but this one time. Monique is horrible. Monique is horrible. We stood beside you during the Parkers. We supported your ass. We put you on a pedestal. You did so good in the movie Precious that we even gave you an Oscar. Yeah. We fought for you because if you didn't win something that night, we were going to cancel. We were going to go off that night.
Okay.
We stood beside you that whole 13 fucking years of you being blackballed.
Mm-hmm.
When you the fucking problem.
Exactly. And I feel like she does because she thinks that she's doing it with love, then that gives her an excuse to say exactly what it is that she's saying because she's saying it with love.
And it's like, it irritates me, but I'm going to shut up because if I go on anymore, right now I went and put on her shoes on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
But that whole thing, my babies and stuff, trying to mask it, that she doesn't believe that she's doing it with love. She's trying to mask it as if she is doing it with love. But let me just go ahead and tell Regina's side of the story. Okay, Regina has saith the shade genre, but true. She don't have her own show except her Twitter page.
Okay,
her Instagram page. That's it.
Her Instagram. She's just so sad, and her husband is making her even worse, and that is very true.
He is the problem.
He is pushing this. And she alleged and alluded that it was a grown man, and DL corrected it and said it was a 13-year-old, same age as his daughter at the time. And also Regina says, Mike, she laughed at Mike and said, but you are telling.
Yes. And shout out to, I love all Beyonce backup singers and dancers.
Yes. One
of her backup singers wrote on her page under her stuff on Instagram. Girl, this is the most gas right now. I don't know who's in your ear, sis, but get them out your ear real quick. Like she was like going off on her page.
Wow.
Oh wow.
I said, maybe if we can't, maybe a celebrity or somebody who's in that industry can get to you. You're making no sense, sis.
But even people as big as Whoopi Goldberg said that we would have told you, like, there's a better way of going about these things. And also I just really live for how DL is going about this.
Yes.
And I think the reason why everything is so meticulous and everything is done the best way possible. It's because he does have a corporate job. He does have a nationwide radio show. So he has something to lose. And if he would have
Exactly.
gone off the way that I know that he can go off,
And should.
Okay.
it would have been a whole problem. And there are
Yes.
people that are sponsoring him, people that's basically feeding money into him, unlike Monique. She has nothing to lose.
Yeah.
DL absolutely has plenty to lose, his own livelihood, if he goes off and goes all the way all left. And also, if you think about it, the things that she's saying could have been moments where they could try to strip him of the funding that's coming to him because of those things that she's
Yes.
saying.
Right.
She's talking super duper reckless. But when I heard DL Hughley basically correct her in those moments and said, this is the last time I'm addressing this. Basically to clarify the things that's happened with his daughter and how she wanted to turn that clip around to make it seem like he was confessing. Like, no, he was saying something out loud that a lot of men, I believe, and a lot of people should be feeling the same way. Yes, I regret not believing my child. That's a great thing to do because other people could say, you know what? I regret not believing my child too.
And as a black man, that's Monique. That's what you should be standing for. So you talk about black culture.
And then there are other people that will be able to say, you know what? I just heard my child say something. Let me at least do some investigation first before I say I'm not going to believe my child. And those are the kind of moves that he was making. He's trying to better us way more than trying to just say, I love us for real. He's actually putting actions into these things. So his last address and then calling her a monster. Now, you know.
She is.
It's easy to call somebody the B word and all that stuff, but
a monster.
A monster?
Yeah.
It's almost like it almost feels like a white person calling a black person one. It's that same feeling.
The way he said
you're disgusting.
Hard.
You're a monster.
Hit hard. He said you're a monster. And I said
a bitch would be too easy.
Ooh, it would be. And you know what else it would be? Something that she's heard literally all her life. It would never move her.
Exactly.
I don't understand. How can you bring up if something was said about me that was so hurtful? My mom was telling the word about it, and she did a memoir about her life, and she put me in a thing, and she's like, and I regret that I did not take my child's side when this happened.
Yeah.
And this person used this, and they all flipped it to make it better on their side, make my mom look bad.
And not have any real facts behind the things that she was saying. She didn't know what she was talking about.
Exactly. Like when you don't know and you speak on it, you sound what you are, and that's ignorant.
A fool.
A fool. That's exactly what I was thinking. A fool. Regina says, but DL
also has dignity.
Dignity. That is a big word.
Exactly.
And let me say this. Also,
one second. He also has integrity, and she said that I'm right.
Yes, you are. The thing with Emily, you had a point.
Yeah, at first.
I agree. You should have headlined the show. I think everybody agreed with that. But I don't want you at a show at all. I want you openings. I want you at the box office selling the tickets. I don't want you cooking the food. I don't want you driving by. I don't want you supporting it. I don't want your name on the docket. I don't want you on nothing now.
Yeah.
Right. And the thing is, I don't think it doesn't matter to the people who come to see you whether you're a headliner. The only thing that matters is whether you're on the stage or not, whether they're going to see what you have come to do or not. It doesn't matter. They don't care about who the headliner is. Are you on the bill? That's all that they care about.
Well, I think they do care about who's the headliner, but I think at the same time, people was already there, man, and ticket sales is already sold. Just go out there and do your damn job. And it doesn't, because Beyonce and Jen Jackson or Mariah Carey will never open up. Okay, let's be all the way real.
Let's keep that real.
Okay, so I understand respect is due because you guys both been in the game, but DL been in the game longer than you, Monique. Let's be honest. Even though I think people really go see Monique than DL.
Agreed.
But just get your ass on the stage and do that job at the end of the day.
From what she's been saying in her Instagram videos and things of that nature,
with Daddy.
From what it sounds like this has been building up for her for a long time, and this show was basically going to be used to degrade DL because of what he said about her in the past.
But it was like, why do it now? And then what you said you was mad about was you went to the radio show when he wasn't even there, and his people who was hosting the show asked you a question. Would you rather your husband be with date a woman or something, or would date a man? It was something like, damn if I do, damn if I don't.
Right.
Like, damn if I pick this situation, or damn if I pick a man. Like, oh no, it was like, would you rather your husband date somebody who has a disease or date a gay man?
Oh, okay. But the thing,
they're like, well, damn if I do, damn if I don't.
The question in question was never aired.
It was never aired, and the other people didn't ask the question at all.
Wow.
So you mad up? You said, why would you ask me? Why would you ask me that? I'm married, my baby. Do you see why I'm mad? See why I'm pissed off? You ate under my table. This brother ate under my table. I said, I'm doing this for you, Mike. You got me auntie. I didn't ask to be this. You got me auntie.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
Y'all put me in this position.
Yeah.
We don't even.
That was taking you out.
We don't have to go too far into my babies and all that stuff, because we certainly touched on that on last episode with Jonathan last Thursday. The manipulation that she is doing through this. You are not my savior. You are not.
Right.
You're certainly not for me. You know what I'm saying? And even for other comedians, let's keep it funky. There's no other comedians up here speaking up for Monique and saying she's speaking for me.
None of them.
Who's saying that?
Curtis Jackson, beware, be scared.
I don't think Curtis Jackson has a worry in the world, because he will shade and read her down like nobody's business. Like, he is the shade king. Like, he really is.
Curtis Jackson. Who's Curtis Jackson?
50 Cent.
50 Cent.
Oh. But now, one person that did, he really carried her. His name is Corey Holcomb.
And he don't care what he say out his mouth.
He said she's shaped like. There's so many shapes that he said that she was shaped like, and
was it borderline disrespectful, girl?
Borderline. No, it was disrespectful. There's nothing on the border with that. He crossed it, and it was hilarious.
But he does that with his jokes. Like, it's almost to the point like, damn, should I even laugh at this thing? But it was funny.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
It's almost like he drew the line and then he promptly stepped over it.
Not even stepped over it. He jumped, leaped, and made another line over that one too. Like
that joke he did at the Shaq show, where he said you really like had to pretend like you got somebody pregnant and you had to pretend like you've been happy about it, but then she lost it in the toilet. And you get like you were sad about it, and then he flushed it, and it was like. Whoosh.
Now he didn't go that far.
Oh no, he was. Well, yeah, he was.
Now on Monique, when he was talking about Monique and the whole situation, he basically went off about it. He was basically going off about how it should be on the promoter, and also how
it should be.
It should be.
He was really talking about how he. In his opinion, that's his opinion, saying that she's not funny, and you come on stage. Where's the jokes? He said, "Where's the jokes?"
Well, she ain't had no since 1990 something. The Queens of Comedy.
That's exactly what he was talking about. There's no joke.
Exactly.
And he said, "The only reason you got a headline because you was a Parker's lady right then and there."
And then you were
on TV.
He was saying that the Parkers was like coonery.
Nah, I like the Parkers.
I mean,
that's
I love the Parkers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to like take away. Because I'm like R. Kelly. No, I like the Parkers, but I don't like the person now.
Yeah,
right.
I'm still gonna watch the Parkers, okay? Because that shit was funny. So Kim and all them.
Exactly, child.
But the actor herself.
But yeah, if you guys want just a quick laugh and a little bit of shock at the same time, listen to what Corey Holcomb said about.
Yeah.
It was
absolutely.
And DL, get a lawyer and get her not to say your name. I don't know what you call it. Cease and desist.
Or at least sue for defamation.
Defamation of character and all that. And right now, it'll probably go through instantly. You ain't no weight on that thing.
Right. But anyways, speaking of R. Kelly, I did hear earlier this week that he will be sentenced for the charges he was found guilty of later this month, at the end of the month. Prosecutors are suggesting that he get 25 years. I don't know exactly how many years he's going to get, but he still has another trial in Chicago to go into.
He
So
ain't never gonna get out of jail.
yeah,
I
it
wish I was
seems
hoping for it, but
right. Yeah, it seems like R. Kelly's never going to get out of jail ever again, and
I
that's
don't know how I feel about R. Kelly. I'm just so upset.
yeah, it is. But
Like I know he did wrong, and I don't want to make light of it. Like it's like what he did was not wrong. But
you
I
just
just
don't
feel
want
like
to see him
he's
go
getting
away
all the
forever.
rap. I feel like it needs more people going down to him.
Agreed. Agreed. The people who helped him, the people who were involved in getting the girls and recruiting the girls and
The
all that
parents
good
that knew
stuff.
about it.
it's about self-preservation, y'all. It's like it's those same people that got him where he is, and in exchange, you
Right.
know, for their part in things. That's why they were being all open about what they have done for him and what he has done. I do believe that they need to be penalized even further, but what I'm thinking is that they just the prosecutors had their eye on the prize. The prize was R. Kelly. So if
I mean, all
you
that
were in
talent
it
is going down the
and
drain.
you can tell me what he did and and be able to get on the stand, witness stand about it, you can basically abstain from being implicated in all this.
Right. Immunity. Okay, that's what that's called.
Immunity.
And you
Right.
already had a trial before and got off. Look, it's your fault this time.
Okay.
It really is.
Aren't you the mother-in-law?
I will say I am a little sad about it. Like I do really feel sorry for R. Kelly. Like I
Yeah,
actually feel sorry for him.
I do.
Um
He just looks so
and
sad now.
right, exactly, because that's something that he's not familiar with. He's used to the high life and to go into jail. And I think that's why Jeffrey Epstein is it was it Jeffrey Epstein who killed himself in prison?
Yeah,
Um
it was Jeffrey Epstein that killed himself.
Right, because when you're in those high places and you get down to the lowest of the low, incarceration, and it looks like
Yes,
you're not about
Lord.
to get out, then it's like, what's the
It's no
point?
above,
But
it's no up now. It's just steady.
It's
right,
down there. And my thing is the way I look at R. Kelly is just a man that had an addiction that was worse than all the drugs in the world. The addiction had him to violate other people.
right.
So it just makes things even worse. It's one thing if he was just killing himself with the drugs, but no,
Mhm.
he fought
I mean,
people
yeah,
with him.
I think why I have the soft spot, just a little soft spot for him because first of
Mhm.
all, we know R. Kelly since birth.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
no, I sung R. Kelly, I Believe I Can Fly in church
Yeah.
before I knew how to, really sing with these vocal cords.
Yeah.
But then it's a familiar person that I knew since birth. Then also, isn't yes, he was wrong, and I'm just trying to put
Okay.
this to the way where it's not making him seem like he was right.
Right.
But also, these people, it's not like he. It's not like he.
Did it by himself?
It wasn't right. It wasn't. It was wrong, but it wasn't right. I don't know how to put it.
It was
'Cause I'm kinda
statutory.
vague. Yes, it was.
Certainly statutory. I can
But
get with
these,
you on
these
that.
people knew what they was doing.
But
Right.
also
But
there's
he's the adult. I know.
there was a level of manipulation,
Yes.
mental
Exactly.
manipulation that he used on his part because even with those crazy parents that should be looked at as well,
Yes.
they were looking
Mhm.
at money and the opportunity for their child to become some kind of a star because when you feed people dreams they start to follow you and then I guess leave you parentless in a
So
No,
I
I,
wish
I
I,
think I
wish
just.
I might.
It's like that uncle be like, damn man, you knew you was wrong.
Yeah,
exactly. But
we
in
still
other news, for the second year in a row, Little Nas X was not nominated for a BET award. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, somebody can fact check me on this. I believe he's only been nominated once for a BET award, and that was for Best New Artist. And I
yes.
believe that
Young
was
Time
back in
Road.
either 2020 or 2019.
Mhm.
And he has done so much since then. He's had, I think, 3 number ones.
And a
And so
whole
for him,
album.
right, and an album like and the man has Grammys, y'all.
With
He
an S.
has Grammys with an S. And somehow he does not get the nominations for the BET Awards. Do we know why? No, we don't know why for sure, but we can definitely speculate as to why he was not nominated. But Lil Nas X posted a video the other day previewing a song. And in the song, he promptly says, FBET. Do you think he's justified in saying what he's saying concerning BET not nominating him?
Everybody's just trying to say what they have to say. I think he was definitely
They
justified.
have to chill.
And yes, fuck BET.
Exactly. Like for me, it's like I honestly surprised that they allowed him to perform on their stage. Like I was
Agreed.
really surprised that he was up
do
there
all that.
because right. So it's
But that's
It's-
fine. BET ain't what it used to be Lil Nas X, so it's okay anyway.
But
exactly.
one thing that I can say, I heard another perspective on it. He doesn't exactly make the music for the Black people, I guess. Maybe that's why. But then again, like Jack Harlow, which is nominated for a BET Award, was on one of his
Hello.
songs.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what's going on. I actually enjoy his songs. I really enjoy Industry Baby.
Okay.
And
That's my jam.
what's that song? I Want
That's
Somebody to Love Me.
Scoop. I like Scoop or whatever it's called.
That Scoop with Doja Cat. I love that song.
Yes.
Yes.
I enjoy his song. So I really like Industry Baby.
And,
though.
but is it all about making music for Black people, or is it the Black people making music?
That's
But
a
to
very
me-
good question.
But to me, Industry Baby is, I mean, that I don't see that as a pop song. I do see that as not necessarily a hip hop song, but it's definitely an urban song to
Okay.
me.
Yes.
I can give you that.
And my thing is nothing different than what Beyonce do, Chris Brown do.
Come on. And Rihanna,
so
Rihanna's been
Rihanna-
nominated for plenty of BET Awards, and she is a pop princess.
Maybe because
So,
she ain't gay.
what'd you say?
Maybe because she ain't gay.
But that's it.
Well,
That's
that's the
definitely
whole
it.
point.
That's
That's what we gotta-
exactly what it is. That's the point that Lil Nas X and we are trying to make. It's discrimination, y'all. Okay,
Oh,
let's call it. Let's call a thing a thing. Let us call a thing a thing.
Regina
it's-
shrugged her shoulders, and she also said, "Lil Nas X, I can't comment. I don't know him. Oh Lord, except that time
he was
and
pregnant.
he was pregnant with his album." But yeah, he's so freaking cute to me. I could see him as like a little brother in my
I
head.
mean, we should nominate him just because he went back and forth for Boosie. I mean,
Nomination granted.
but he's not even nominated either. So, so
Okay, because I don't think he has any nominations. Child.
I'll ever have
Anything.
one.
Ever. Did he get nominated for Who Wipe Me Down?
No.
I don't believe. I think "Wipe Me Down" came out before
Probably
the BET
nominated.
Awards ever happened.
Now, Jonathan, now. Turn your camera off now. Bitch, what is going on, Stan?
Since Monique was posting it.
Yes, child. And Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer. BT
Right.
what's been going on forever.
Well, I do have a question. Just going back to what we were talking about, I'm sorry, Jonathan, but the accolades or the things that Monique has done, would they or should they keep her relevant today?
I do
Well, you
think
know-
they should. I absolutely do. Because people will try to say that someone is not relevant or someone is a has-been. They'll try to say that about older artists like a Janet Jackson, maybe, that she's not relevant. But of course, there were things in her 2004 past that made that an actuality.
Well, that makes her
But-
relevant in
And
itself to me.
we still don't like you, Justin Timberlake. You can stay. But Regina quickly says, "Was he the one that had blood in his shoes?" And yes, that was him.
Right. Yeah, he had the devil's shoes, I believe. They were called.
I mean, you can't take away somebody's accomplishment. That's what you can't do.
Exactly.
So I think yes, keep her relevant. I don't know if keep her relevant, but as far as making you know who you are,
Yeah.
like yes, this is who I am. I put work in this industry. Yes, but you're only as good as your last gig.
And
Right,
that's
yeah,
how I
it's-
feel. Yeah.
Because our last name.
It's really all about what have you done for me lately.
Ooh,
That's pretty
don't-
much what the music industry is.
What have
Regina
you done
said
for me lately?
Janet Jackson is always relevant.
Always in all caps.
Okay, she
And I said
she
because
is
of her
in my
last
book.
name.
She is in my book, Regina. She definitely is in my book.
Let me tell
Best
you, you know
female
what?
entertainer of all time. But you know, it is what
Oh,
it is.
Absolutely.
girl, of all,
If it wasn't
of
no,
all
no,
time.
because okay. Are you familiar with the Velvet Rope? That
I'm
tour?
familiar with some of the songs. No, not the two. I wasn't born then.
Okay, so what you first of all, yes, you were.
Yes, you were.
That's
I
number
was like a baby. Like
no,
1990 something.
that's not the case.
No, you were definitely not a newborn. You were at
You were
least 6 or 7 years old,
Well, I wasn't
Mr.
old enough to know who the
Michael.
hell she was.
Okay.
but anywho, the Velvet Rope. That Velvet Rope didn't it win an Oscar?
It did. No, it won an Emmy.
It won an Emmy.
Yeah.
But then they didn't have too much. No.
Oh,
I'm not saying, but no, I'll give no. Janet Jackson is a great dancer. And she's a
you
great
over there
studio
sounding like
artist.
Aretha Franklin. A lot of dresses, a lot of pretty dresses.
Nice gown.
Yes, nice choreography. Nice choreography.
But
Nicki Minaj. I'm gonna pass from that.
Okay, we gonna pass.
But I will say though, the Velvet Rope, you just gotta watch it. It's absolutely
this is the one she had, like the hair just way like the three ponytails.
But the whole it's amazing.
I mean, you better not come out after Michael Jackson and do something mediocre. So yes, you have to come out and do it big. I think she is a great performer, a great studio artist. She's wonderful. I love how she whispers to the audience in such a smooth and unique.
Anyway, Deluxe Dave. Hello, Deluxe Dave.
Hey, Dave. That's my friend, y'all.
He said Monique is still very relevant. I may not like the way she does everything, but I believe many Black female comedians will thank her for standing up against the grain later on.
What are you doing the show? Because I disagree.
And also Regina says, I agree, Jonathan. And just to go back to Dave, I do agree as well. She is certainly very relevant. And
yes, she's very relevant, yes.
Very much so. Unfortunately, a lot of her relevancy is coming from the controversy, unfortunately, at this point in time.
That's why she's relevant.
Yeah.
But
not the only reason why, don't get me wrong.
I think she still will be her name, people still know her name. I mean, you can say her name by Monique only. You'd be like, oh, Monique from
Absolutely.
Yes.
Right.
So,
I just hope that she gets more work in the movies. That's really where I love her.
Oh, she's not going to be able to get work.
Like her as a I know a lot of people like her as a comedian, but personally, I just really like her when she does the acting, whether it be serious acting, because she does very well with that, as well as the comedic. Okay, as well as the comedic acting is very funny to me. She's done great, especially that Christmas movie that she was in most recently,
with Danny Glover and all that.
Yes, I think she did such an amazing job as an auntie. Yes, she was kind of playing herself, but she does a good job. So,
I mean, I give it to Monique. When I say I didn't have any issue before this incident with Hughley, Monique was. I live for Monique. I love her on the Queen of Comedy. I love her in some of these shows. I always thought that she was just a funny woman who always stood up for the big people, and I'm always going to be good for that. Yeah. But lately, Monique, I don't know what happened. You lost this weight, and I'm happy for you. You lose the weight now, but you have I don't know what's going on with your mind. Whatever sense you had, lost it with your weight, and you find it.
She went a little bit too far with this one, but let's go on, Jonathan.
I was about to say, I'm telling y'all, it's her husband. It's all his fault.
Yeah.
It literally is all his fault. But anyways, so another topic that we wanted to talk about, I believe it was today I saw the video that Mike mentioned. On The View, they were discussing gun violence, and they're also discussing gun laws. And Joy said something that was very, very poignant. She said, once Black people start getting guns, then that's when we're going to start getting these laws.
That's when the laws will change instantly.
Right. And I think, I'm not sure where I heard this, but at one time, the Black Panther Party was using AR-15s, and they made it illegal at that time for assault rifles to be available to the general public. But then later on, that ban was lifted. once the white folks started getting them. And so she was exactly right with what she said. I mean, it's definitely a double standard. The white folks, they want to make laws that will appease them, that will allow them to live the way that they want to live comfortably. But as far as us, it really doesn't matter with us. But yeah, like Mike, I know you liked what she said.
Oh, I love first of all, I love anybody who makes sense. Okay. Yeah. And especially if you're a Caucasian lady, and I love when they can see the BS going on in America. And when you're talking in circles about it like it's not happening, but somebody else put it up in your face. Because you understood what she said after that. There's no way she made it any way unclear. You understood what the hell she said. She did not stutter. Even the black lady she was talking to, which I don't even know why she was even trying to defend.
Yeah.
She didn't have no comeback after that. Like,
she was real quiet.
Real quiet. But the thing was, I saw it on the Shade Room, and everybody under the comment list was pretty much agreeing with Joy. But it was people on Twitter who had the opposite opinion. Oh, that's kind of racist for Joy to say that. That was not fucking racist. That's the truth.
It was the truth. Right.
Well, I don't know if y'all know, but I believe it was Dave Chappelle. It might have been one of the first people to say it. Now, I'm not saying that she took anything from anybody, but it of course makes a difference because the difference of platform. Not only is she a Caucasian woman, but she's on The View saying that.
It's not even a platform, it's because you're white and you said it.
White and The View, though.
Right.
White, yes. White and saying it on The View. But let me just...
Oprah could have said it and it went nowhere far, I don't think. But, I mean, not Oprah, Whoopi would have said it and went this far. But because Joy is a Caucasian lady.
But let's be real. We just have to always remember it is the white people that will fix racism. We can talk to you in the face until white people are talking about racism, talking about gun reform, talking about abortion and all of those things, talking about same-sex marriages, all that good stuff. Until they start talking about those things, that's when things start getting changed. But let me just
start affecting them personally. That's when they would make change.
Agreed.
Right.
Agreed. Anyway, Regina said, Monique, she is not everybody. She's not everybody's mama, and we are not her babies. Just saying.
I'm not.
Okay.
She also says, yes, it's always illegal once we get things in bulk.
Right. And to Mike's point, the Civil Rights Act would not have been done were it not for white people. So, we need allies to participate. We need allies to speak up.
And also for them to figure it out for themselves. Right. Last thing, I'm sorry. Deluxe Dave said Joy was right on point.
Right on point. I agree with that. We agree on that. We see each other on that comment.
Yes. All right. So I wanted to get into a little bit of P-Valley for our last little couple of minutes. Jennifer might not be involved in this discussion too much because she doesn't watch.
Tell everybody.
I just want to warn them if they wanted to hear from you, girl.
Well, I mean, I can form opinions from y'all opinions.
Okay. All right. So the first episode. Okay. So the first episode of the second season of P-Valley premiered
after 2 years.
Last Friday, after a wait of almost 2 years.
Yeah, y'all got going on.
For it. Go ahead.
Do y'all believe that they stole that from was it Nikki Gilbert?
Nikki Gilbert? Hell no.
Okay, bye.
Not that bad. Let me not be quiet because people don't know where that came from.
Okay, so R&B divas. Come on now. I know where you're going with it, Mike. I know where you're going with it.
Okay, come on, Selena.
Everybody understand. Because when Selena ran her for fifth.
Okay, R&B divas was legendary. Okay,
honey,
we need that show back.
There is a special place.
That's the place. You're the black guns and all.
It's like you, okay?
Classic. Legendary. I love it.
Legendary. But anyway, so the new season of P-Valley premiered this week. And I won't say that I loved the episode. I felt that it was lacking just a little bit, but they're trying to get it started again. So I understand that the first episode is not going to be jam-packed with all the drama that you would want, but they touched on the things that I wanted them to touch on. Mike, what do you think of them coming up with this stripper car wash. Since they can't be inside of the strip club, they have a car wash where you can enjoy your strippers.
Well, I mean, I don't think I would have been able to. I mean, okay. So, I mean, I think it was classic. I mean, it definitely put you in the mindset that COVID was happening, okay?
Right.
Because everybody was wearing a mask in the show, which I didn't. It made COVID seem very real.
It did.
And I was like, damn, we lived through this shit right here. Like, we really lived through this stuff. Because, I'm like, I didn't want to see that, all that happened, but it made it seem so real. And you know what it made me think of?
What?
15, 30 years from now, when these kids who wasn't here around when COVID was going on, watch this kind of stuff.
Right.
And they were like, damn, it was like that for real daddy or uncle or whatever, or granddaddy. I'm like, yeah, we lived through this. We lived through this stuff right here. Like, this was real.
Right. We look like we look like we live in China. Okay.
We're masked on, walk around here with masks on.
Exactly.
But it made it seem very real. And it kind of, I didn't really like that aspect of it because it was just so real. But the car wash scene, at first I was like, how is man gonna get off from this car wash? And Uncle Clifford, I live for Uncle Clifford. Uncle Clifford is, I just live with him, but wearing Mercedes.
Yes.
Came down on that horse.
Yes.
With them flowers on her shoes.
Yes.
I'm like, whew. And when that man was playing with stuff in the car, it was just like, oh my God, it was just, that show, it just does it for me. The episode wasn't really bam, bam, like, damn, the good episode.
Right,
but
yeah.
I can tell it's like a roller coaster. It's going to wake its way up and then it's going to be like on from there. So I can say it's going to be a good season, but the first episode was I was like, okay, I don't know where it's going right now, but I know it's going to make sense later on, but I don't know where we're going.
Right. Yeah. My favorite part of that scene was so here are your complimentary weed wings and complimentary Clorox wipes for that mess you made over there, sir. Okay.
Yes.
That dashboard is a little bit wet, sir. So you might want to clean that up a little bit.
And when he went to the people get them chillings for his mama or whoever he's staying with.
Yes, his grandmother.
That pink wig, that pink outfit. He was, I don't know who does Uncle Clifford makeup and outfits and wigs, but child,
he was dressed in like, let's talk about this funeral for former mayor Tydell. Like, when he died and when that scene first showed up with all those people walking in lime green, I said only Tydell would have this kind. Like, Jennifer, every person that was in the funeral procession was wearing lime green. Literally, their entire outfit was lime green.
And who came from my town.
Child. And so when Uncle Clifford walked up to the to Tydell Jr. and Tydell Jr. Child, she had the lace, okay, the lace shirt. She had the pointy shoulders. The pointy shoulders.
Oh, it was cute.
Okay, she had
some shoulder pads for birthday. Like, I want to have an outfit for, like, I just want some shoulder pads, some good ones too.
Yes.
Ooh, that's back in the 90s shoulder pads.
Okay. And had those fire lace boots, like those fire lace boots. Had the lime green nails, like, it was just
together
everything. So, speaking of Uncle
Clifford, to the cookout, well, not the cookout, but the funeral,
the repast.
Yeah. And everybody knows he's a man in the dress, in the outfit, but nobody judges him. Like,
everybody doing. Yeah, everyone respects him. Like, as soon as he walked up, they was like, "Hey, Uncle Clifford!" It's like, it's almost like I would compare Uncle Clifford to Big Frida in New Orleans. Big Frida is respected in New Orleans. No one comes for her in New Orleans. She is a superstar. Really all across the nation.
I wouldn't come either.
but speaking of Uncle Clifford, how do we feel about Little Murda and his constant trying to get up with Uncle Clifford and Little Murda is also selling drugs. And there was a man in the back seat when he came out to the porch, and someone in a review or reaction said that was the guy that he punched out in the club for calling him a punk last season. I don't know if that was him or not.
It was so
But
long ago. I don't even remember.
child, but yes, Lil Murda is making new music. You know, the little percussion thing that he was doing during that scene, he actually does that in real life. He is a
Okay.
percussionist. So he'll take like jugs and pots and pans and stuff like that, like people on New York streets do, and he'll, you know, make beats and stuff like that. So I was really excited to see that because he's bringing his real life into his character. But do you think that Uncle Clifford will give Lil Murda another chance?
Yes, I mean it's only the first episode, so I mean, yes. But I think also, I mean, the pandemic had something to do with it because Uncle Lil Murder was like on the road with that song, the Mississippi song.
Right.
But now that it's slowed down now, and the pink is about to open back up now because the pandemic is now, the shutdown has now stopped.
Right.
I think they're about to see each other again. But you know what? You tell you what makes me also think P Valley. I'm glad they're not making it seem like we're the thirsty ones.
Mm-hmm.
I love that he went to the messages and seeing how many times he texted Uncle Clifford and he never responded back.
Right.
I love that scene. I'm like, okay, thank God you make it seem like we're not thirsty. Because not all of us are thirsty, okay?
Exactly.
So I did like that representation of that. How you doing, people?
Exactly. And we also have to visit Miss Mississippi. Miss Mississippi is
Yes.
doing her Instagram videos. She's got 400,000 viewers on her Instagram videos, making her cheddar. Her baby's daddy ain't got no job. Okay, he's not working, of course, because of the pandemic. He was laid off or whatever. And he's trying to keep Mississippi in the house. He's
In
trying
the
to keep
house.
her
You
all
see how she looked?
to
I would too.
Okay. Mississippi is beautiful, Jennifer. She's
Beautiful.
absolutely gorgeous. A gorgeous Black
Yeah,
woman.
Bless her heart.
Yes, she is. Keyshawn is her real name. Her stage name is Miss Mississippi, but her real name is Keyshawn. So Keyshawn, she made an excuse. She put some new diapers into the trash to make an excuse to have to go out and get diapers and to get some, you know, lady essentials. And so she goes to the dollar store. And who's working security at the dollar store? Okay. But Mr. Diamond, who she promptly pulled a gun on to get him off of her boyfriend or her baby's daddy at the time during the last episode of the first season. How do you feel, Diamond? How do you feel about the way Diamond addressed her in that scene?
Rightfully so. You put it on. I mean, I want nothing to do with you. And he made it seem. He made it known, bitch. Fuck you, and I want nothing to do with you.
There you go.
Right, exactly. Like, and the thing is, like, Diamond really cared for Keyshawn.
Yes.
Like, he cares for that girl. Like, they damn near kissed on the but before the last night of the pink. Like, you know, and he even offered her on the second episode of the first season, you know, you want me to take care of that? Because he saw the wounds on her neck from being abused by her baby's daddy.
I mean, they'll come around though.
I feel so too. I feel like Diamond might be like, I think someone might convince him to forgive her and try to, I don't want to say try to save her, but, you know, try to help her. And I would be happy to see that because I really want to see Diamond and Keyshawn be together. Like,
I think Jennifer's so lost.
No, because let me tell you what I'm thinking about. It's like it makes a whole lot of sense because a lot of women that are abused, all they know is what they have, and what they're being told is that they'll never have anything better, and it's not going to get better, and nobody wants you, and things of that nature. Yeah, and so it makes sense that she would reject greatness because she doesn't even know what that is.
And I think she's thinking now. I think she really wants to leave that white man, her baby daddy. But I just think she doesn't know. I think she's nervous and scared because she's never knew anything on her own. And then also, she can't go back to the club. You think she'll be able to go back to the club because the club does not want her there because she put the gun out on Diamond.
Exactly. Yeah, she pulled a gun out on family, and you know, P Valley is a family, and you just don't do that. I believe the only person from the club that she's talking to is Gidget, and that's because Gidget had to leave the club because her mother died. And I'm assuming that her mother died of a drug overdose because she was saying it was her boyfriend's fault, and her boyfriend sells the drugs, and her mom was an addict.
I don't remember, but I remember Keisha hanging up on her ass when she started crying because she saw Diamond. No, I laughed in that scene. Okay, that wasn't funny, but it was funny to me.
Yeah, but yeah, we go ahead, Mike.
I think this season is going to be very good. This first episode was a little, but it's like a roller coaster ride. I think it's gonna give me something in the background to see where it's gonna go. I think it's gonna be drama. It's gonna be a lot of stripping and good visuals.
Right.
I definitely think that Lil Murda and
Uncle Clifford.
You know what I think also? I just had this. I think Lil Uncle Clifford's gonna find another somebody, and Lil Murda's gonna get jealous.
You know what? I initially thought when I saw that man in the backseat of that car that rolled up on Lil Murda, I honestly thought that might be another love interest for Lil Murda. Initially, that's what I thought. That might be another love interest.
It might be that too.
Yeah.
Or it might be that somebody gonna bring him out on the show.
That could be it as well.
Oh, my heart racing now. I'm feeling good.
Right. And then last but not least, we have to talk about Andre and Hughley. I mean, they had that weird conversation.
Chemistry. Yes.
Okay, it is there. Like, and the thing that makes it so bad is that they started out the scene showing his wife coming home from work. She is an essential worker. She's a nurse. So she comes in the basement. The basement just has her shower down there, has her refrigerator down there, so that she can, cleanse herself of anything that might have been on her from the hospital before she goes up to the main floor. But that I do want to see Andre and Hughley together, but it just pains me to see that his wife is she seems like such a good woman, and she's really just caught in the middle of it, and it's really not even her fault, and that's the worst.
She's not in the middle of nothing. It's her husband. She's never gonna be in the middle.
Well, I mean, involuntarily, she's kind of in the middle because she's in the situation, even though she doesn't know about Hughley.
Well, I mean,
she found some love.
I'm sorry, wife, but I mean it's wrong. But I want him and Hughley to fuck again.
Well, technically, they haven't done it just yet. They were close. They were close to doing it, and they had fun.
Well, I even saw it.
Second episode, but yeah, so we are excited about P-Valley. I believe it's going to start showing on Sundays. I think they just wanted to show it on a Friday to get everybody hyped about it. But I believe it's going to come on Sundays from now on. So make sure you guys check out P-Valley. Regina said, "What, Jennifer?"
I love R&B divas.
Yes.
R&B. And she did the see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil little situation. Gotcha. I started talking about P-Valley. And she said,
like Big Frida.
Absolutely. Those are our comments.
I think I'll build you hoes.
Okay.
I can display, bitch.
Let me tell you, that song pushed me over the edge to go ahead and go natural.
Really?
Beyonce song?
Yes. That
wow.
Formation when she said
thank you.
Shut up. She said when she said I like my baby hair with baby hair and afros. I said,
and I like my Negro note with Jackson 5 nostrils.
She was making me feel so black in that moment. It's like
okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like just like Jill Scott made that video, that Instagram video after going to the tour with Jay-Z and Beyonce. It was so black.
Oh. And
that's who does my babies, but she does it the right way, Monique.
Yeah. Oop. And so my that's actually one of my favorite errors from her. Just the blackness.
If you didn't go to that show,
black.
If you didn't go to that show, the Formation World Tour,
yeah,
that for me. And I have went to almost every Beyonce concert, every Destiny Child concert, and on the run shows. I went to all of those. The Formation World Tour has to be the best Beyonce. You see me looking around, I'm like, where the hell is that music coming from? It's in my headphones. But yes, the Formation World Tour has to be the best concert that Beyonce has ever did in her entire life. The walkout on itself.
Yes, with those big ass hats, like oh my gosh, like it was everything, and the way that they were, bobbing their heads up and down,
and to accentuate it,
like yes, and walking along with it. Oh my gosh, it was everything. It really was.
What I love about I can talk about Beyonce all day. I'm just gonna mention one more thing.
Thank you.
What I love about it for everybody who couldn't maybe get a close seat, because I wasn't even that close, but it don't matter where you was in that stadium. Stadium tour, okay? Doesn't matter where you was in that stadium. That big block they had in the middle of the stage that turned around, everybody had a good seat. I was up in the rafters, okay? But you could tell on my Snapchat that was up close. Y'all see like this right here.
Yeah.
Right.
On the screen.
Right in our face.
Right.
Okay.
So we want to thank you guys. We want to thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Again, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Again, press that big red button. It is free to do. And make sure you give us a like, comment, and press the notification bell. Mike, give us your social media contacts really quick.
Yes, my social media name is Mr. Real 121. That's MRREAL 121. It will be changing soon, but as of right now, you can find me there.
Wait, it's going to be changing soon?
Yeah, I do want to change it, Mr. Real. I don't want to be Mr. no more.
Gotcha. I love it. And you know what? Congratulations. And when you find out how to change your Twitter, please tell me, because I've been trying to do that for the longest.
All right. Jennifer, what are your social media platforms?
My Twitter will soon be Light of the Leo. The Light of the Leo. I am the Light of the Leo on TikTok as well as Instagram. And as soon as Mike tells me how to do it, I will be the Light of the Leo. And also on YouTube, the Light of the Leo. I'll be posting soon. God bless you.
Nice. And you can follow me on Instagram, JoJo_3020. On TikTok, I am JoJo_3020_. On Facebook, I am Jonathan Lee. Just type in my name. I should pop right up. Also, if you'd like to email me, my email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. Once again, we want to thank everyone for joining us. Thank you, all the viewers. Special shout out to my boy, Dave. I know him from the Scorpion Show days from like back in 2009. So I love you, my brother.
When the show was really good.
Right. Yes. It's and it's still good. But yes. Dave, thank you so much for joining us and commenting and participating. I love you, my brother. I love you with all of my heart. So until next time, join us again next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. And we will see you next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye. I have to remember I'm here by myself.
Yes.